is the most beautiful time of the year. Oh, that's gonna be copyrighted. That's gonna be a copy claim. Hello everybody, my name is Katrinka. I'm a professional singer and a vocal coach, and welcome back to my channel, and happy Halloween! I hope you are having a good time. And Halloween is one of my most favorite times of the year because I love autumn, I love everything spooky, so I am completely 100% in my element. And this year we are getting treated very well because we got another Stray Kids performance on the first day. Now I've gradually become bigger and bigger fan of Stray Kids, and I love them a lot at this point. And it came so far that a lot of my friends and family are now also fans of Stray Kids. So my influence has been definitely remarkable, but I'm happy because I think boys really deserve that. And I am very excited to see what else you're gonna deliver on the first take. The first take, again, extremely stressful series to appear on. It's just one take. The mics and everything are just such a high quality that if you make a mistake, you can be sure that it's gonna be very out there. But the first time they completely swept me off my feet because the performance was so clean. So I'm just very excited. Let's go. If you are interested in everything singing and music related, this is the right place for you, so please don't forget to subscribe. Now, if you want to hear me singing, I just made a new cover of Psycho from Red Velvet, and it's gonna be on my second music channel called Katrinka Music. Link to the channel is gonna be down in the description. And if you would like to work with me and learn more about your voice and singing, then definitely head to my webpage, which is gonna be linked down in the description as well. There you should find all the information about one-to-one lessons, 30 or 60 minutes long, and vocal analysis. And I'm so excited to work with you because it's been such a thrill to work with people from all around the world, from different cultural backgrounds, musical genres, and overall interest in what they want to do with their voice. So if you are interested, definitely give it a go. I'm gonna be waiting for you. And now, without any further ado, Stray Kids on the First Take series. Again, let's go. So this is gonna be from Mixtape. Oh, hi guys. Hello.
久しぶりです。リーダーのパンちゃんです。
リーノです。
チャンビンです。
ユンジンです。
ハンです。
フェリックスです。
보컬 승민です.
세코 아인です.
그리고 이 원테이크로 촬영을 할 건데 오늘도
I'm learning their names,
기분인지 한번 물어보고 싶었어요.
and I think I'm pretty far in remembering because I have memory of a goldfish. So
진짜 다들
I'm gonna just repeat the intro again because I'm just making sure that I know.
리ーダーの
Bangchan, yes, I know. Lino,
창빈です.
Changbin,
유진です.
Hyunjin, Han,
펠릭스です.
Felix,
보컬 승민です.
Seungmin,
아인です.
and In.
그리고 이 원테이크로 촬영을 할 건데
Oh, I'm so nervous for them.
기분인지 한번 물어보고 싶었어요.
I am an extremely empathic teacher as well when I'm teaching my students, and an overall listener,
이번에도 잘해.
and I can feel the stress. You're gonna do well though.
이 흰 배경, 이 마이크.
마이크 스탠드.
이 압박감이 살짝 있는 것
맞아,
같아요.
맞아,
원테이크라는 게 확실히.
맞아. 완전 새하얀 이 느낌 어때 우리 필릭스?
일단 되게 뭔가
I love how they particularly asked Felix what he thinks about the all-white studio, and he's like, guys, what the heck?
오랜만에 이런 약간
It's a nice studio.
같이 라이브로 원테이크로 하니까 정말 상상이 안 되네요.
맞아요. 잘해봅시다.
네.
They look so well put together. Look at them. Handsome boys.
자 가볼게요.
네.
Okay, that was interesting. Just let me listen to it one more time.
잘해봅시다.
네.
Yes.
Everybody has different type of warm-ups. It's really dependent on the singer, on their position in singing. So if you're gonna have like a tons of head voice, you warm up that part of your voice, and he was doing that almost a crazy run up down. That was not precise. It was not supposed to be precise. It was more meant to prep the vocal cords for that kind of you know, that kind of a change over there from mix to from mix to a little bit more anchored voice.
아, 그러면 네.
가볼게요.
오네가시마스.
That's a very quick but functional one. Okay, let's go.
손이 내게 닿을 때 서로의 눈빛에 처음 느껴본 감정에 이건 설명이 안 돼 절대 그저 그런 게 아닌 걸 알아도 욕심나니까
그냥 난 때를 쓰고 싶어 참 어이없게 계산적인 생각들은 다 멈출래 거짓말을 한 것처럼 들키고 싶어 이 설렘도 그저 내 곁에 향기처럼 맴돌기 싫어
I thought I knew 다 아는 듯이 당당했지만 But I didn't know with you 다가갈수록 왜 더 어려워지는데 나를 준비해둬 어딘가로 사라지고
결국 헛소리만 늘어놓죠 계속
너의 그 손을 잡으면 자꾸만 내가 어리게만 보여 날 그렇게 보지 말라고 나답지 않게 어리광을 부려
Nice switch. Ooh, I like this. All right, I'm gonna go from the beginning and dissect it a little bit, and you know, then I'm gonna let it play for the rest of the song, just like we did last time. So the last time we were listening to their performance on the first take, it was much more centered in their head voices. The song was composed very differently from this one. This is definitely more driven with a full voice, full kind of drive.
손이 내게 닿을 때 서로의 눈빛에 처음 느껴본 감정에 이건 설명이 안 돼 절대 그저 그런 게 아닌 걸 알아도 욕심나니까
He's utilizing more of his deeper, it's much deeper set than also the rest of the voice will be. It's a little deeper set so he can utilize a lot of resonance from his chest. Chest is the area that brings so much color into the voice. So basically the more anchored, the lower kind of set is the phrase that you're singing. The more color is coming through. That's why it was so warm, but there was a lot of very obvious just resonance there. It was a very powerful start.
그냥 난 때를 쓰고 싶어 참 어이없게 계산적인 생각들은 다 멈출래 거짓말을 한 것처럼 들키고 싶어 이 설렘도 그저 내 곁에 향기처럼 맴돌기 싫어
So he is a tiny bit higher, but not that much that he would go into that nasal area that the next two members are gonna go. So Bangchan is now gonna go a little bit more into the nasal place because it is much higher, it is more in his mix, but it's a good placement. It's a fantastic, technically fantastic placement, but you will hear the very different change in the timbre.
I knew 다 아는 듯이 당당했지만 But I didn't know with you 다가갈수록 왜 더 어려워지는데 나를 준비해둬 어딘가로 사라지고
결국 헛소리만 늘어놓죠 계속
너의 그 손을 잡으면 자꾸만 내가 어리게만 보여 날 그렇게 보지 말라고 나답지 않게 어리광을 부려
So they went both into more upper placement, just as I said. More, it sounds a little bit more nasally, but again, I'm a big fan of a nasal sound because that marks for me also quite a good placement. So I love that. I love that they are again utilizing Felix's voice very just there, just like that little shimmer on top, you know. So I like that a lot. So he's not getting lost in the layers and layers of voices that he always stands out when he's singing. And now we're gonna get to the switches to head voice, which was great the way he warmed up for it, because you're gonna hear.
너와 두 눈을 맞추고서
So he was switching from more anchored voice into his head voice, na, da, 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 na, where you have two different approaches. You are either going from the more anchored to gradually up head voice, where it's difficult to connect those two, or you jump, which was this case. He jumped from more anchored voice into head voice, and then he was descending. And that's also pretty difficult to connect your head voice fluently without any vocal breakage back to your anchor. He did very well. Oh, I like that.
내 쓴다고 되는 거 아닌 건 잘 알아 내 머릿속 너가 따라하는 건 내 맘이 날 원해 네 맘을 더 원해 네 맘은
He's so good.
너만이 독재 내 맘은 확실한데도 맘대로 안 되니까 어리숙한 표현 행동 매너 보기엔 아직 애니까 어른스러운 사람 어른스러운 남자 줄 것 같았던 것들 네 앞에서 모든 게 어렵다
I thought I knew 다 아는 듯이 당당했지만 But I didn't know with you 다가갈수록 왜 어려워
He could have opted for the head voice, but he went with a full voice, so props from me.
할 말을 준비해도 어딘가로 사라지고
결국 헛소리만 늘어놓죠 계속
너의 그 소리 자꾸만 내가 어리게만 보여 날 그렇게 보지 말라고 나답지 않게 어리광을 부려 너와 죽어서 내게로 계획을 세워봐도 여전히 네 앞에 서면 나는
He also hit it very well. So the same kind of descending from the head voice and slowly connecting it back.
Should I do 그저
Soft.
착각일까
Oh, I love his voice
날까
so much. I'm a big fan of this guy's voice so much.
다가가 내게로 타고 싶어
계획을 세워봐도 여전히 네 앞에 서면 나는 너와 죽어서 한 걸음 더 내게로 계획을 세워봐도 여전히 네 앞에 서면 나는 Can I call you baby 사랑 앞에서
I love this.
와우.
Claps. Claps, everybody. I'm so proud.
처음 했던 것처럼 긴장이 되는 것 같아.
I'm genuinely proud.
감이 그대로 아직 남아 있어. 맞아.
Oh, I have so much to talk about. We're gonna go back to bits and pieces in the video, so bear with me. So one of the things that they did again that I really like is that they know how to arrange the voices very well. So the voices don't crash. They have all their own place and space to shine. Mostly the song was arranged for each voice to have its space. So I think the only placement where they were singing all together was with a "hey," right? So in the other placements, they were on their own. So I could really focus on who's singing, how they're singing it, and overall, that was really nice. I like good harmony. Don't get me wrong. I like good harmonies. But when you have more members or more member band, I always appreciate a performance where I can focus on each of them separately. So another thing that I noticed that they did also with a previous performance, but here it was way more prevalent, was that there are certain parts of the song that are pretty difficult, especially the one that I talked about the descending tone from head voice to anchored voice. And there were 3 members that sang that. So they were literally playing ping pong between each other. So this time you're gonna do it, this time you're gonna do it, this time he's gonna do it, which is so admirable because every performance they're showing that all of them are capable of different roles within the group. Out of course, dedicated roles, like Felix has a very dedicated role. The rappers have a very dedicated role, even though one of the rappers is a very, very hands-on singer as well. But the singers, I mean, the main singers, they are mix and matching who's gonna sing what. All of them went into that half voice, descending back, and all of them went also for the belting part and in the chorus. I mean, that's a flex on its own. If you have a bunch of members that can play around and everybody's capable of everything. So I'm just gonna replay the parts where like 3 different singers went for the same kind of a descending part that I was talking about. So let's see. So that was the first time. The second one. That's the second one. And then, if I'm correct, we got Bangchan finally singing the same phrase as well. So, point proven, I guess. And you could hear how all of them were so super clean in that phrase as well. A little different approaches. All of them has a tiny, like a slightly different timbre, slightly different openness into their head voice. So some of them have a little like thinner head voice, which is more like pointy and bright. Some of them had more wider or more connected on the mix kind of a head voice that was a tiny bit stronger, but all of them handled it perfectly. And yeah, much appreciated that they took their time to really, I know that most of people are not gonna notice this. That's why I really wanted to point this out, because these are the hidden things that they do that are not so obvious, that I appreciate so much, because they're investing an extra time to perfect a performance, and even like put something like this, something that they know that a lot of people might not notice, but it's a showcase of their skill. I am so freaking impressed. I like how they utilize their rap. The main rapper has extremely good flow, and also the way they utilize Felix's voice. See, Felix needs to be really on a separate lane, because overall, if you put more high-pitched voices and the lower voices all together in the mix, you're gonna be hearing more of the high-pitched voices. So if you want to utilize a lower set voice, so it really has the resonance and really is standing out for people, it's gotta be put on the extra lane, which I love their utilization of which he was having there. It made this tiny little vocal scoop, and it was fitting there perfectly. I love that little chant in the chorus. I am a big fan of those because they can be fantastically utilized on concerts. They can be very well utilized on freaking every party. I was nervous for them, but I'm always nervous for artists on the first take because, oh my god, I would be stressed out of my mind. But they did fantastically again, and I'm very proud of them. I'm super happy that we got this performance. I was super excited to hear it. I hope you guys really enjoyed with me, and I'm just gonna go listen to it all over again and definitely go and give it a check, like uninterrupted as well, because the whole performance has just fantastic flow, and I interrupted quite a lot. So give it a listen as well, okay? So if you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the video that YouTube actually recommends for you. And here is the rest of my Korean reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.